in it, you know. But he says, I'm much more comfortable to say that they have good ceilings because it's a building that was probably updated recently, because of the new buyer, who bought it in 2004, rather than a building that was built since 1980, So, so far what he says, the next step is that for us to accept this space here, for city to say, what do we need to do for us to move in here, and negotiation of the lease. So those are the steps we're in right now. First thing is are we comfortable here? If it's yes, then we call the city and the inspector says, okay, if you're going to take this wall here, and this wall, go ahead and move in by May 1st. Or if they say we need you to do a code analysis, then that architect has to write down all the information that he wrote down here, meaning that there's a firewall here between the prayer place and the offices on this side. There's sufficient bathrooms, there's exits over here, and over here, and it's accessible for handicaps because this exit here is right on the ground level with the parking lot. So anybody who's on wheelchair, you can just wheelchair him straight to the masjid from this side here, which is what we want to use as a main door to the building, because we don't want to disturb any other person in the building. As you can see, this is how the building looks like from the front. The entry and exit we're looking at is on the other side here at the corner. So the parking lot looks like an L. So people can park on the side here. It's 64 parking spots. Good thing about it is right opposite this building on the other side, there's a park area owned by City of Brooklyn Center. There's another huge parking lot there, free of charge. So if you look at it, if people, fill this one up, they can just park behind here on a free parking spot. You're not parking on somebody else's building or anything, and don't have to worry about it, So that's the report I have to bring tonight. It's pretty much what I need to know is, are we comfortable to move forward? If it's yes, tomorrow I get in touch with the person from the City of Brooklyn Center, the planning group, before we even made a request for this building, say go ahead and do it over there. So I don't see any objections from them. It's zoned, it's allowed, So they pretty much need to tell us like, okay, what are your plans? Well, our plans is to take out these walls, and do our prayers here. And then if he says, yeah, go ahead and do it, then that's it. We have to go ahead, do it, and move in. And then the third thing is we have to negotiate that lease with the building owner now, because if we get your approval, if we get the city's approval, now we have to negotiate the price of how much the square foot is. The asking price at the beginning was $10. $10 a square foot. It's close to 2,000 square foot. So when I estimated it at 10,000, which includes taxes and everything else, it comes to about 1,600 and something a month for this space. So it's not a lot of money according to how other people pay. And the space, $10 an hour, and even we are negotiating like right now, it's a good deal for what is available in the market outside.
Sure. Quick question.
Yes.
Is that room negotiable or is that the final price? Are you still negotiating the price?
Yeah, it's negotiable. Okay. That's the asking price, $10, but it's negotiable.
Okay.
How many years do you lock it for?
The lease they're looking for is either 3 or 5 years.
3 or 5?
Yeah, so it's 1,943. It's 3 years or 5 years.
Okay. Next question is, would they give us a break if we are going for a longer period of time? Like
Grace period?
Yeah, between 3 and 5 at any negotiation of any space. The longer you go,
the less.
the less the break is going to be.
Okay.
We are planning to put statement there that we have the first order of buying. So going to that question, I can tell you this. The building is on market for sale right now for $800,000. Okay? It's on market for $800,000. This is how they broke it down at $800,000. If we pay $200,000 for the building, we will be left with $600,000 in debt. If we get a 25 years term, our monthly payment will be about $3,866. Okay? Now let me tell you something. When they approached us with $800,000 and that thinking of saying you have the right to buy the building, they said we have our asking price, which is $800,000, but we're willing to negotiate with you. So what I did was I went and did another extra research to say if somebody's selling you a car and telling you this car is worth $10,000, but I'm selling it for $8,000, but I can negotiate with you. You want to go to Carfax and find out what's going on, right? So I went into the city records to find out what's going on. Right now, this building is being taxed at a valuation of $459,000. That is the valuation of the city of Brooklyn Park, taxing them at $459,000. The building owner bought this building in 2004 for $1.1 million. So it lost value of $600,000. So hypothetically, if you look, the property tax valuation is not the actual, but it gives you a ballpark of where the property sits. You know? So if you look at it, if we get somebody to evaluate this property when we want to buy it, they will either come a little bit more or a little bit less. So they will say this property is not 459, it might be 550. Or this property is not 459, it might be 400,000. You know? And that takes the monthly payment really down.
So Hassan, has the architect already done the work?
Yes, it's it.
And it meets all the zoning requirements.
It meets all the zoning requirements. The only thing that he needs from the building owner is where is this material made out of? You see, because of the difference between an office use and a center.
So why can't we summarize and then look at what are the options we have? Why can't we, so what are the options we have? So can check, maybe two other person go and negotiate with MC that, I think we should go for it. But I think the details is in the negotiation. I think we should go for it. We don't have much time. I really think that we should, the details should be, you guys should go and work out the details, including check, a few of our leaders, what is Dollar Count, everybody should go and negotiate. At this point now, I think we need to move forward. Yeah. I think if there's any obstacle, there is a meeting tomorrow at 6 o'clock. I have a meeting with Mayor Tim Wilson at Brooklyn Center. So any three person can go into the meeting, and it's about a CMOS project. And I think if that just kind of prepare for any potential obstacle, but I think that we should go for it because this is a hearing. Checks told me went to the place, right? And it is good. So let's go for it. That's the best options, I mean, at this point.
Unanimous, are we going for it?
Wait a second. People have comment to make.
Okay, you ready to go? Let's go. It's just a proposal. Everyone in. That's his view. And to put it in short, please don't respond to what somebody say. No, not you as a person. Because everybody speaks exactly what they think of this.
Exactly.
So if you don't say what he should have said, you know, that would belong here. What he should have said. So if you know that, you know, that which you have on your mind is good, don't say you should have said it. You say it. So yes.
I'm thinking like the mayor was saying something here like about parking space or something. people go and lease this place. Maybe there is a neighbor there or somebody, a millionaire around the neighbor who don't like us. And then we decide to come and buy the building. Does he have the right to kick us right there the next month?
No. According to, there are laws that protect a tenant in a building.
Okay.
I have a business. It's an auto repair shop. Anybody who comes to buy the building cannot just come and buy the building and say, you get out of here. There is that economic laws to that. Even I don't have a clause on what's going to happen when somebody buys it. But there is something in law, it's called precedents, meaning that were there any lawsuits that were filed before? And there are. That people were filed, before lawsuits where somebody came, bought a building and told them, oh, you have an auto repair or you have something, get out of here. Because they want to open the same place since a lot of people know that place is there. It doesn't allow that.
Yes, Ansar, there's one thing. It's good that they brought this out. This is going to be a religious building.
Yes.
Okay. And from what the mayor was saying, that there will be some, and there are some people who say, oh, these people are going to block our parking space or whatsoever. I think that's where the brother is coming from. Maybe a precaution.
Yeah, we don't understand what the mayor was saying. All he said, we should narrow the grounds when we are searching for place. Now, the place that we found, this place is within the zoning requirement. Is there, and there are parking spaces. If you are looking for a place, go for a place where you don't have enough space. Even though the guys on the council might be talking about something because they don't like you, but they have reasons to hold on. So don't look for that kind of place. Look for a place where you can narrow down. It's okay, it's not controversial. So there's a parking space. I've been there. There's enough parking space. 67 to 70 cars can park there. And behind there's a park, and then in that park also there's a parking space that you can park a lot of cars. So you know what I'm saying?
I want you to answer my question.
I will answer this question.
But I'm very concerned about it. I don't want you to come and buy it and give us 3 more fees.
Okay, here is your answer. I want to make sure we put that in the clause. Okay? Oh, yeah. That's okay. Next. Chief next.
My question is totally different. Seriously, because I'm for the building, but I have not seen the strategic plan, I have not seen the operational plan, I have no clue how much money we have down. I think it will be better for us if we can fundraise, get a bulk amount of money deposited against the building before we take out the lease on the building. That could be one option, but I think things need to be laid out. This is option 1. Option 2, what are we voting for? We all want the building, but there are more details that I think we need to dive into and inform everyone of. Because it's 800,000 a year that you say the lease is 1,500. That's just the building. Operational cost, maintenance cost is not factored in. I will tell you that we will end up being maybe 3,000 a month. For experienced family, minimum 3,000 per year. How much do we have now? Last year we were paying 3,000. A little more moving after 3 months, 6 months. We get a 4 people who make commitment, cannot make a payment, we move out again. So we need to come up with a sustainable arrangement. When we say go for it right now, are we going for it because we have 100,000 we can put down now? So a lot of unanswered questions.
Is that the question you have? Okay, so the answer to your question is yes. We have a responsibility.
What's my recommendation?
No, that's a recommendation.
Actually, give us all the questions will be in a one night. So let's capture the most important.
Can we note it down? This one,
let me give you feedback. Let me give you feedback. This group, we met, we talked about that. How are we going to sustain something like this? Our idea is to have an initial place where we can congregate temporarily, like have this place for lease and build capacity so we can buy our own place.
For lease first?
Lease first.
So we still have to come up with the $3,000 a month for lease and operational costs.
Yep.
So what is the plan to come up with the $3,000?
So, for example, some of us signed up and say we will pay monthly X amount of dollars. We'll take out, do direct deposit. You know for sure it's going to go into this project. And before buying a building, I'm paying X amount of dollars towards the building.
So it's gonna be, but in addition to that, also we have a committee on fundraising. It hasn't been fully constituted yet. It was just an ad hoc, a few members. And then also, we asked that committee to have a marketing plan as to how we sell this project out and to be able to raise funds. And so what you have said is quite in place. It's one of those things that we have been thinking about because there is no way we can achieve this project without having money on hand. Even the last meeting, Sheikh Abdullah was even emphasizing that we have to have a fundraising. That's why these meetings are about, so that we can get together and discuss these issues, and so that we'll be able to call a bigger meeting. But the suggestion came on the floor is that why can't we build the congregation itself, so that when you talk about this, you're speaking directly to the people who are supposed to be beneficiaries of this. Like for instance, okay, let us go and lease a place, perform our Jummah prayers, and then Ramadan is just next maybe 2 months from now, we'll be having something, and then we have the congregation. Instead of going out there to look for people, we have this. So now the people will see that this thing is taking root. So they will be willing to make maybe contribution. So it's about that. So the proposal that we're having, they will give us the first option to buy the building. We can lease and buy, which is the good thing. So whatever money that we're going to be paying for the lease, if we want to buy the building, that will also go against the principal.
Okay.
Are you understand?
If I understand you right, the short-term plan is to start with the lease.
Exactly.
Do the contribution, continue the fundraising effort. If we raise enough money to, let's say we find another building somewhere for 400,000.
Yeah.
We still have the option to buy the cheaper building or 200,000 building, or if it meets the zoning requirement,
Yeah.
and then move out to.
Precisely. We can do that. We have the option to buy and make it out.
We all understand where they're going.
Why don't I want to capture all the objections, because there are serious objections. I want to capture them and look through them. So let me know what are the main objections. What's the one objection that you think?
No, I didn't have any objection. My point was, we need to fundraise and come up with my, fundraise, come up with a bucket amount of money, and then before we moving, so that way we're sure that for a year we can afford, at least 30,000 per year, we can afford it, maintenance and rent.
Okay, so what's your budget lease? The lease. The details. He wants the protection for the mosque so that we don't get evicted if somebody buys the building. Exactly. Or somebody buys the building. Yeah. So I will make sure that is addressed. These questions. Okay, sir, you have a question. Go ahead.
It's a combination of question and answer. In this country, if you sign a lease, there is the tendency, if somebody who did not like the come every night, they have to pray and if you want, I'll buy them out. They usually have a way of buying you out and pay you whatever. In the list, they usually will say that there's almost always that option that in case they want to buy you out, X amount of dollars to be given to you to compensate you
To relocate.
That is the portion we really have to look at very critically. Did you do it in the footballers?
Yeah, I just want to capture all the objections. Yes.
That is all the objections. It's not a matter of trying to get the answer right now.
Right.
But you want to be aware.
Yeah. This is very important to raise awareness. It's very good. The things that you have, yes. So your issue is awareness, right? Awareness, those are potential threats, right? Yes. Okay. There are also potential. Okay. So is there any other objection? Check. So my objection would be do we have committed individuals to help us sustain this project and background? So sustainability, because 2001, then you have two people, but we have to have backup as well. So in case those individuals withdraw,
So we still have a backup because we
What is your objection? Are you objecting or you recommending? No, I'm recommending. Yeah, Ahmed wants to go. Then he said, because that's like, that would be like for some, because I've seen papers saying it's broken, and all of a sudden when you drop there, it collapses. But here, this is your communication. I don't want to put yourself into a huge amount of money where we are not you know, so this one should be some time, should be some time, sustainability. Sustainability. Okay. Before you going back to what Brother Alpha was saying, he is absolutely right. We're all here today with one goal: to have a Masjid. That is all our goal. It's very hard for us to get numbers. No. Numbers in the sense that we all be here, will be the next meeting. You might not be here, that guy might not be here, that lady might not be here. Since we are meeting right now, we're here. We all have this intention to go to Masjid. Can we all pledge faithfully, even if it is $1, that every month we should take this money and put it in the account, just like the concern that Musu have. She's absolutely right, but we have to commit ourselves now in this room before we leave. Let's all commit. If I have to pay $20 every month, honestly, that's what I can afford. That's what I'm going to pay. I'm not going to expect you to pay this amount, this amount, this amount. Let's play it now before we leave. So the next group, they come, whoever is going here today, they come back, we have them pledge. That's what we're going to do. Yes, so that way, that we don't waste any money right now. Let's have pledge. Let's pledge and say, okay, monthly, this is how much we have to pay towards this project. Okay. All right. It's not an objection that I'm raising. So the one I'm concerned about here, and I just want to be clear, is that we have identified a building. Yeah. And it's a good thing that I'm hearing a lot of objections. So it's a good thing so that if those objections are overcome, then we'll be everybody on the same page. So it's important for us to capture those objections. So one thing is pledging is one way. We're not, because if we say we should pledge and don't put our pledge, we're not even negotiate with the come true. So let's use the pledge as a step. Yes, afterwards. Yes, go ahead. First of all, I want to thank everybody for coming, and I think that showed the interest that we all have in this process. Basically, I'm just going to follow up with what people have said. Basically, it's like everybody's on the same page. We all want the same goal. So having mosque where we can go with our families in worship area. And there is no better idea or great objective. This we should have done this long time ago. So I'm glad that we're even thinking about this right now. But now I'll get to the point. I agree with what pretty much everybody has said. So I'm not actually making a comment and taking the next level. So when we look at what we need, I suggest we get an idea what we need to pay, what's going to be the cost, operational cost, pledge. We need to know, in order to make a pledge, it would be nice to know how much what is going to be the commitment, how much is it going to be, then you will have an idea of what pledge you will make. So I suggest that we need to agree unanimously, this is the place we want to be. Secondly, we need to get the price like the gentleman said, but sorry, I don't. It's yeah, okay, same name. So, like you said, there still negotiation needs to be done. And so, basically, I suggest that we can make a pledge to make sure we're back on the next meeting. That one we need to do. Because he's right, we need to, we need to move on really fast, but I suggest we have the final amount, operational cost, monthly cost, and then we can make a pledge against that. Because right now it's going to be a different pledge I'll make
if they want the payment is 3,000, but the people I know it's 2,000. The place will be different. So, mine is always in my
Okay, use this microphone, Okay, please.
Yeah. Ready? So you guys probably know this. I always talk about the strategy, right? I think in the public meeting it's kind of hard. Right now, maybe we should Can I? So we have tickets here. We issue some tickets. The meeting today, we should focus exactly on agreeing. Everybody agrees on this building and what's the strategy on what that behind. Yeah. So now after that, so we don't have to confuse it. When the team goes back, everybody agrees to stay with this building, right? What are the logistics, financially, physically, everything to accomplish? Next time now we put that structure together. Next time come back, all right. Here is a good plan. We all agree for this building. Here's the strategy now. How are we gonna go to this building? What are the financial way to go? But if we talk about the building, today it's a dismiss, right? Let's just keep on the building today. We agree and so figure that out, and then the team is gonna go and see that. Okay, now how do we move into the building, right? And put that together. Even if they have to be a fundraising or whatever happens, then we can come to the community. Otherwise, it's gonna be a lot of talking.
I just want to make a wait. I don't think that's sorry, wait. To help the person.
No, don't respond to anybody. One second, Mr. We have to go, after we complete in the room, then we'll come back to you. Yes, Mohammed.
Yeah, for me, I just wanted for us to look at the positive side of this whole thing. I think we have come a very long way, right? And if we want to talk about everything, right now it's going to be very difficult. I think the first thing we have to do is let us agree first that we want it. If we can agree first that we want it, means that we're going to find ways. I can assure everybody we can sit here and talk about how much each of us we should pay. That in itself is not 100%. You understand? This is going to be this is an ongoing something. Ways will come as long as we move in. There will be ways that we're going to find to pay for that bill. You can't get 100% guarantee here. So the first thing is let's agree that we want it, and then we will find ways to be able to sponsor it.
Okay. If you have spoken, I don't know, this is the time. I don't want to be responding to what somebody is saying. We'll come back to you. Yes.
I think, first of all, we should give the glory to the Almighty God. What have been hard on us, now He gave me a way out in order for us to succeed whatever we have planned. And this house is not for you. It is not for Sheikh Mohammed. It is for him. You see? Among all here, or even in the whole world, who is richer than 20% more than the Almighty God? Nobody. Who are heading you are heading with everything and this house is not for you. If you don't have that you don't care about what you want to give your life anytime. So please, let us thank him for this way out. If we can able to, do what we can, let us continue that one, and he will give us the way out. So this is the way that we are. Yeah. Some of us we are very, very optimistic. So when we are hearing about pessimisticness and this and that, this kind of thing, let me keep a little bit here.
What's next?
Maybe my suggestion. What I would suggest.
Everyone sit down, please.
We're all for it. We all agree for the project, I agree. But I think we need to set a goal and we need to break the goal down to a foreseeable amount and work towards that. And with this forum, I think we can start somewhere. My suggestion would be, let's put a fundraising goal down to about 300,000 to start with, and then let's say within the next month, our goal is to minimally collect $36,000. That will comfort us that we will have 12 months payment. At $3,000 a month for that building, we have 12 months payment if we raise $36,000 within a month. If we have 36,000 or we have half of it, let's move in. That's my personal suggestion. And knowing that our immediate fundraising goals now is 36,000, I would advise the people go ahead and pledge. Just work towards the 36,000 when we get there. We keep working until we get to the 300,000. When we get 300,000, we can decide if we want to put it down against that building or we want to go find somewhere else to buy. If we can raise more, fine. But I think it's going to take way too much time. If we say tonight, okay, go do it, but we agree for it, or we got started a fundraising goal. We don't have time to waste. I think we need to move forward.
I totally agree with you, so, in fact, let's be quick. What we did the last time is so easy. Also, if you have 100 persons, 100, and then we have thousands of people in this community, 100 persons committing $100, a month, that's $10,000. If 200 people commit $100, that's $20,000. If even 200 people commit $50 each a month, it's $10,000. It's still getting to go. So $10,000 can take care of what they call operational, everything in a month's time. So it's so easy to do it. If we all say, okay, we are 100, okay, I say I'll give 1,000. You say you give 1,000. The other person will say 100, but that's 100,000 right there. And we can do that. Before he's there.
Yeah, I just want to say, because when we started this project, we had a goal, an objective. I think we got a little bit drilling from it. We were supposed to take it step by step. Like the first meeting we had, this is the second public meeting, right? Now. So now, because my suggestion of them was, we have to find somewhere to create temporarily so we can galvanize the community, well informed about it, so get them committed, then we move forward. But if we say we're going to build a dam, make sure it's strong enough. If not, when the flood comes, everything will collapse. I know Allah is there, but let us be wise, So let's not derail from our objective, Meaning, we call people to pray, something like the Ramadan comes, we pray, then the most we can get not at any time. But if the commitment is there, I don't think we will fail. So that's my comment.
Yes, thank you. Yeah.
Brother, I don't have a really good point. I don't what our sister here is asking us to do.
So that one here. They will be here. You can do something like that because let 20 more minutes, they will come to so. Let's just move this plan. If you have to make it, we'll go there and join us. Let's do this right here. I'm going to just ask you. The apple is right there. You can use the one-off facility. Anybody tell me the reason why in the past everybody said 10 years, 20 years will be ready to achieve it? Can anybody tell me why? Yeah, why? Because precisely. This is the problem. The fear that you will not succeed. That's it. That's it. No, you will succeed. The fear that you will not succeed is responsible for the fear. If we say we have all the money, no. Almost 70% of the implementation we have is your suggestion. I know it. I don't know why, but I'm not backing of this. I'm not backing. I said, the people say we should go and buy the place right away. That's not what they say. Listen, everybody is for leasing. No, listen, money. When we say leasing, we say rent to save, we're going to find a place where we can play. Temporarily, we pay little by little until we get people that commit, totally commit. That's what I said on that. But if you bring it, let me come, because all money we make it out now. But if you have any of all of this community, we can do it, man. But at least all we need is to find a place. I'm telling you, I will go all out. I'm not working this on the I'm not going to buy it. I'm not going to take any person using it. Listen, I'm not backing you. I'm not
Behind you, let's push this further down there. I'm clear speaking now. You think I speak English? I'm speaking English. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة على الفلاح وقامت الصلاة والله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا تقربوا الصلاة وأنتم سكرى حتى تعلموا ما تقولون ولا جنبا إلى عابر السبيل حتى تغتسلوا وإن كنتم مرضى أو على سفر أو جاء أحد منكم من الغائط أو لامستم النساء فلم تجدوا ماء فتيمموا صعيدا طيبا فامسحوا بوجوهكم وأيديكم إن الله كان عفوا غفورا. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين هو الله الذي لا إله إلا هو عالم الغيب والشهادة هو الرحمن الرحيم هو الله الذي لا إله إلا هو الملك القدوس السلام المؤمن المحيمن العزيز الجبار المتكبر سبحان الله عما يشركون هو الله الخالق البارئ المصور له الأسماء الحسنى يسبح له ما في السماوات والأرض وهو العزيز الحكيم الله أكبر سمع الله لمن حمده الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر سمع الله لمن حمده الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر السلام عليكم ورحمة الله السلام عليكم ورحمة الله
Where is he? Why you open? He's right. In the shop of makeup. Come here. Thank you. She opened the door and then she opened the door and then he just went. Thank you so much.
God said the prayers. and may Allah protect him for this meeting, and may Allah protect and guide our kids on Islam. I think we should conclude this meeting before we go back to our seats. Let's rephrase. Let's capture the desire. Number one, we have to have a place, and we can find a place. Now the strategy around how we negotiate, how we do it, or something successful that we're going to go through it. Now you have to empower us to do that. Now, Hajjah Musu is a very important issue. We have to have a goal to say how much we want to raise right now. But unless, by the way, I listen your name, but you remain very difficult sometimes. When your husband comes to the meeting, I don't want to take two of you from the work and this that. One of those that your name is listed to be part of the whole group, because we have to have women on the group, and I will consult my list. You are one of those, and so that all the brilliant ideas that you have, you can bring it to the committee, and then because we can't sit in this large meeting to conclude on those things. And so what I would like to ask this group to do is, number one, is to empower us to act for on your behalf. That means you let us go and negotiate for the place, and we can show you that we will come out the best price, because if it's a $10, we're going to ask them to bring it down. But we have to have a place. And then also, the committee will come out the next time we call a meeting. The committee will come up with a strategy as to how we raise the funds. We don't want to charge individuals to say you have to pay this because we talk about pledge. It's something that somebody can do. We can't force somebody to say you have to pay this. But perhaps when we get to certain points, because there are some key leaders, we're not going to let them decide on their own. We say, I'm serious, because the only reason why we have failed in the past is because of the fear we entertain, we're not going to succeed, or somebody will not pay. And we must strike the point. This is Allah's house. Abdullah played the grandfather of the Prophet, when the people were coming to break the Kaaba, that time he was the leader. He said the only thing he went to Abraham, he said the only thing I come to him for is to negotiate for my camels that they are taking. That house, it has an owner. If he sit down for him to go break it, I want it up to him. I didn't come to negotiate for Kaaba. I come to you for my camels. The history is there. And so we worry so much about Allah's house. If we don't have the fear, we take the first step, we will succeed. That's what the Badr, those who succeeded, they were not many. No matter how over 1,000 army with all the equipment and everything, but the few Muslim brothers who stood up and faced them, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala helped them and they conquered them. We still have the help. Allah promises. He promises to give His help, His victory to the prophets and to the believers, not only in this life, even hatta yawm yaqum al-ashhad. That help is there. Allah promised that. And so let us have hope in this project that we're going to do it. We have some of our sisters with brilliant ideas that they have just put here. We can work with all of you and we achieve this goal. We can come to the Lord Mayor. We're in the office. We ask him the same thing. I'm with you. I will support you. Then we start vacillating. We can't do this. Then we don't believe you come here. Now, I ask you one thing. If you don't believe in this, don't put me. I'm not looking for mosque. They have opened a mosque built, paid for. Plenty in this town. I don't want it because why? I want to build a community. Built. If I want to move, even like Wednesday, they'll give me a house. Why I don't go there? Because I will not be able to serve you there. That's all. I'm not looking for house. I can go to Noor. I can go to Wednesday. I can go to Columbia High. The leaders there, they call me every night there. I don't even have the time to take up to go there. You know? So I'm not looking for house. So if you don't believe in this, don't let me come on the front line and at the end of the day you back off. But I can show you one thing. Even if you back off, I'm not going to back off this time. We're not going to back off. And I can show you. We're not just depending on the few dollars that we'll be dropping in the box. You know how many Muslims in this country, if some of us stand before their ever be willing to make contribution? Even right now, some of you might not even know. All we need is a project plan. Some of us have spoken to people even outside of this country. And for this project, let me say that. I have spoken to people outside this country. They say, okay, the best you can do, put the proposal together and this, send it to us, we'll sell it out there for you guys. So we should not lose hope in these things. We should not lose. I'm serious. And even, yes, among us, trust me, we can do this. We can do it. My mom can do it. And so I want to thank everybody for this, but we need that that support so that Hassan can go. Yeah, okay, I'm going to talk about it. And the Friday prayer, we have one of the reasons why we want to have the first. We might not be able to continue until we get a place. One of the reasons why I want to have this first prayer is to also stimulate our community, for people to know that this is a serious business. It's a serious business. The only way we can get them is to congregate them someplace where, like Zebu, they have allowed us, they have given us the place. Hassan and went there, he arranged it, and they give us that big auditorium there, that big hall. We can go there on Friday. This Friday, let us start this Friday. Go there. It's easy for our people to get there. You know, if we really, see, Brooklyn Center or Brooklyn Park, it's easy for our people to go there. Some of the people who don't have right to go to the mosque, they can easily ask someone, drop us there. And they can even stay in the mosque. When somebody found with a building, or they can take the bus from Brooklyn Center to come to Brooklyn Park to go to the bus route is there, and so it's close that you can get walk across the road to go to the bus station. But what channel you're looking at? Sorry to interrupt. That's precisely the point. I want to ask you whether you want for us to start at 1 o'clock. You know, it's up to you. Because some of us, you know, what's that, eh? Some of us, I can't wait to it because you know, you can't wait to it. 1 o'clock. Most people do it. You can't do the prayer. It can be open for 12, so people will come early. No, you're open. Yeah, we go open for 12. I can't start the prayer now. No, it might work for just 2 hours. No, people, you know, and people who work on second shift, we start it's in 2 months. We have to change the position now. We know we pray. We have the imam. Listen, let me make this clear. I will put the government of July. I keep saying this. The reason we wanted to get the imam so that we can perform one Friday prayer. We mentioned that earlier. And we need to want to, let's not delay. That was the one. And so by the time it's important, let me go. Come on. You are inside the eye. You have to send it extra. Okay, the prayer there on Friday, let's start 1 o'clock, and the prayer is between 1:30. That's yes. Okay, so now we do the right thing. What you said? Okay, but really last lesson is probably 2 hours, not 3 hours. So you have to be precise. One will be there, one will leave for just 2 hours. We'll give you the time. The text you see the time. I said that. Okay. After testing, let's take 2 hours from 12 o'clock to 2 o'clock. Okay. Bring Mark. Something I want to propose, and I think before everybody goes, I think that they really respect the politics. It's true. But yeah, any problem they don't.